Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you are having a great Wednesday. Um, I have two cards to talk about today, and so I'm going to start with the first one, and then midway through, I am going to get to the second one. Give me 1 minute, please. Alright, I'm back again. So the first card is this one here, and the card reads, continue to make the most of every open door. So if there's an open door and you feel that it's an opportunity that you may feel called to, go through it, step through it. It's okay. Okay. I know that's hard these days, considering all of the scammers and all of this stuff these days. But if you feel it, if you look within yourself and you don't see or you've done your homework on this opportunity and you find that it's legitimate and it calls to you, don't be afraid to walk through it. So that you never know what these open doors are going to lead to. There's people out here that have an open door to a great opportunity of some kind, and because of the way things are done these days, they're too afraid to walk through that door, because it automatically puts them in a state of, oh my god, what or like waiting for the other shoe to drop. So so I say, yes, that's an open door, but again, make the most of it. Find out information about that said open door. Okay? Do your homework, good, bad, or indifferent, before you walk through that door. But if it's a good opportunity, regardless of what anybody freaking says to you, okay? Discernment's a real thing. Intuition is a real thing. And between everything, the homework, this, that, and the other, and if it's a great opportunity, take it. Okay? Take it. And don't be afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid for the other shoe to drop. A good example is witchcraft. Okay? Some people have it. It's born with it's within your DNA, so to speak. There's people that choose to walk away from it because of the stigma and the bad image that all witchcraft is evil, so most people walk away from it. That's an excellent thing, okay? It could be because they grew up so-called religious, and so they've heard nothing but negative about it, nothing positive. I suggest, if you are called to do that and you know you can walk that fine line, do all the shadow work, do all the things that are required, and still walk through that door. Do it. Okay? You never know until you actually do it. So we're on to the next subject. Okay? Excuse me. And this is a good example because we went to our yearly get together for the HOA. they invite the locals to come and hang out and enjoy each other's company, and uh, the firefighters and the police officers and stuff come later to hang out with the kids and do all this stuff and play with the, they got fire hoses, they've got this and that and the other. And it's just a time for the community to come together. Some show up, some don't. It's just the way it is. But so that's what I wanted to say before I read this next card. This next card says, everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. Now, if you put these two together, okay, an open door here, and then the people that you meet on the other side of that door, okay, are people just like you that want to be loved. You may love yourself, but there might be some baggage that you are carrying with you, and so are the people around you. Okay? They may be carrying baggage too. And it's parts of themselves that want to be loved, just like you want to be loved. So don't just discard them. Unless they are complete and utter jerks, don't discard them. There's parts of them that want to be loved too. Some of them just approach it wrong. Okay? So what I suggest in this case is that first look within yourself. What are the parts of you specifically on your higher journey that want to be loved? And do they want to be loved in a shadow type way of negativity way, or addictions and things like that? Okay, some people, that's how they hide their emotional pain, or their spiritual pain is behind alcohol, drugs, sex. It's true. Treating people like poo, we'll say. Okay, treating people like shit. We'll just call it for what it is. And that's how they think that they're going to make themselves feel better, is treating other people like poo, or taking it out on themselves with drugs, alcohol, etc. Sex, doing the wrong thing, intentionally doing the wrong thing until it takes them down a path that they can't recover from. So you gotta, I think for a lot of people, they've got to keep that in mind. So in you specifically, what are the parts of you that you feel are not being loved, especially by yourself? Okay? I'm seeing an image of a mirror, and you standing in front of that mirror. Okay? And I don't know who I'm speaking to. But all of you see, when you look in that mirror, is a person that doesn't love yourself. And it could, I don't know why you're feeling that way. It's not for me to know. But, and I've heard it said over and over and over and over, and in order to love other people the right way, you need to learn to love yourself the right way as well. You need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful just the way I am. I am loved by myself. And then go out and do something like I do my nails every once in a while. I need to redo them again. I do my nails. I take time to better myself in one form or another. So, and I tell myself, I'm beautiful just the way I am. Do I have flaws? Yeah, everybody does. Because we are human, after all. We all have flaws, but we have to learn to love our flaws and our good parts too. And I actually do. I know I'm imperfect, but that's okay. I still love myself completely. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. So if any of you that are on this higher journey with me haven't got to that point yet, you'll get there. You just need to decide how to find and love yourself before you can carry it on the outside. Some people, and I was one of these people. I thought loving myself meant just doing for other people. And I wasn't getting the whole result. I was only getting part of the results of what I was doing. So I needed to take a step back and say, hey, wait, I'm not focusing on myself. I'm focusing on everybody else out here, but I'm not focusing on myself. And it wasn't good. I believe in my heart that's part of the reason that my marriages, both of them, didn't last, because I didn't know how to love myself completely. And if I had, and I would have put myself first, then I would have been able to push that outward a little better and shown the people that I really did love how much I really loved them, instead of using them to say I love, I don't get me wrong, I did love these people in different ways. The first one I loved more as a friend. The second one I really, really was in love with. But I didn't know how to love myself enough to show it properly. Whenever this person would do something nice for me, buy me flowers for whatever reason, buy me clothes, because that was his love language, is to buy small things, or hold my hand or whatever. I loved holding his hand, but when he wanted attention from me or wanted to do stuff for me, I would be, and he probably realized that I'd be waiting for the other shoe to drop, like, or tell him he didn't need to do that. Now, if I would have shut my mouth and just let him do it, we'd probably still be together. But because of me not loving myself completely, and thinking, oh, I didn't deserve this or that he was doing nice for me, we grew apart. And this is just from my point of view. He may see it something completely different, which is cool, which is fine. But now that I've had time to focus on myself and realize my own mistakes growing up in my personal life, in my love life, in blah, 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 blah. Now I'm learning I need to love myself first. And then everything else will fall into place the way it is meant to. The way I, as a goddess, wrote it for myself. And until I get myself right, I'm not going to be able to truly show it outward. But I do love myself now. Not in a negative, oh, I'm, conceited type of way. But I love myself the way I am. Am I imperfect? Again, the answer is yes, I'm imperfect. But I love my light and my dark, and I can use the dark to integrate into the positive in my ascension. Like I said, those that are on that journey with me, that belong on that journey with me, if you haven't reached that point yet, that's okay. You will know in your heart of hearts when you do. When you're willing to let go and forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made, not to yourself and to the people around you. And if you're not willing to own those mistakes that you did to yourself and others, you're going to be stuck for a while. Now, there's people out there that think, oh, well, I didn't do anything wrong. This person just... Now, in some cases, that may be the case. But life is a two-way street. And there's a thing out there that says, treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you want to be treated like shit, go ahead and treat other people like shit. See what happens. If you want to be treated good, treat other people good. Be there when they need someone to vent to. Be there if they just need a shoulder to cry on. Don't judge. That's not your place. They do enough for that on their own. So, yeah, if they are just always in the negative and you feel drained when you've been around them, you might want to just take a break from them for a little bit and then see how things go forward. But when you love yourself, you'll be able to know what people you can actually be around and which ones you can't, because you just feel so damn drained at the end of a conversation, at the end of them being in your bubble too long, whatever. So that's what I want you to think about for this week. These two cards, you're welcome to go back in and you are welcome to rewind it a little bit and get pictures of the cards. So this is what, for you specifically, if it resonates with you, what I'm talking about, you can snapshot the cards and you can get me out of the picture if you want, and just know this is This is the two that you need to work on. Or if it's you need to work on a specific part of that, then you can take that specific card that spoke to you and work on it that way. Anyways, I've been rambling a little too long. Hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I will see you all next week. Until I'll probably put another card of the day up tomorrow. Or short up tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Love y'all. Peace.